let's get something straight. After today's 25-point drubbing, Tesla is out of the Magnificent Seven. Done. Stick a fork in it. We all know it. People are just afraid to say it. Maybe they worry Elon Musk has something up his sleeve, or maybe they're just scared of the guy, or they just like saying Magnificent Seven all the time, although I bet most of the people have never even seen any of the 3 cinematic iterations. Let's start with the need for growth. You have to have it. You gotta have it to be magnificent. But what did Tesla say last night in its outlook? Quote, our vehicle volume growth rate may be notably lower than the growth rate achieved in 2023. End quote. You can't stay magnificent with a notably lower growth rate. That's like bringing a knife to a gunfight.
So for those who are not aware of the Magnificent Seven stocks, so these stocks actually back in the days used to be stocks called FANG. So that name is no longer used right now. So we call them Magnificent Seven. So which stocks are Magnificent Sevens? So there's a Tesla, or there used to be Tesla, and Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, which is Google, Amazon, and Meta, which is Facebook. Of course, Netflix. As per Jim Cramer, he claims that Tesla is not one of the Magnificent Seven anymore. So now they're going to be what? Magnificent Six? I'm not sure about that. So why there's all these talks about Tesla not being part of the Magnificent Seven? This is because Tesla recently, of course, yesterday came up with the earning, and we can see the earning, the guidance actually was pretty bad, because they predicted that, of course, they're not going to have as much sale or delivery, and that actually crashed the stock today. You can see this stock today went down at that's $25, or about 12%. At one point it was almost 14%. You can see the price was the day's range was between 180 to 192, so it was almost like $27, but then it rebounded again, but it closes low at 12.13. So that's why Tesla actually has, of course, its market cap is going to come down a little bit, right? Whether it's Magnificent Seven or not, of course, Tesla has get used to it. I mean, Tesla stock is always bounce very, very volatile, but it bounces back and forth between 10%, 20%. I mean, it's just normal for Tesla stock, so there's nothing really to worry. And two reasons why I'm saying that is because I'm going to show you the Tesla outlook from another website. You look at this right now, a 1 year target right now, it says about 225. So there's a bright side to Tesla. This might be a good opportunity to maybe pick some shares for those who are investing in a Tesla option income strategy like Yield Max. So if we look at Yield Max right now, Yield Max Tesla option income strategy right now, it went down about 11%, so less than what actual stock went down, 12%, but this is only $11. But needless to say, you look at the stock right now is 867. So this is the lowest, actually one of the lowest has ever been, right? It keeps falling. The lowest, I think, if you look at the max, look, that's the lowest it has ever been right now, is about 867. So if we look at that, the yield, of course, this will perform based on Tesla stock, how it performs, but of course the upside is going to be less than Tesla because they're called options, right? But I mean, needless to say, if Tesla stock goes up, of course this will also go up. But meantime, if you are a person who wants to buy this, then what you're gonna get is this massive yield here. Right now the yield it's 68, and the yield depends on your income. This yield may increase if, for example, if they make a profit whenever they write a call for this month. Of course, next month the pay is going to be more and the yield will come up, or it might be lower. But end of the day, Tesla on average pays between 40 to 80% yield. For Tesla yield share purpose, this is a Canadian ETF, which is of course is sponsored by a Purpose ETF. If we look at the price, it has fallen about 14%. That's massive than actually Tesla itself. But all in all, this one has outperformed better than Yield Max. But and this is not its lowest because this has been in the market for a long time. And we can see here April 27, 2023, it went down all the way to 17. At that point, it was about $17. So it was the lowest at this point here in April 26, 2023, about $17. That was very low, but I know it's 17.6. So, but it's one of the lowest has been. So the yield on this one here is a little bit less than yield max Tesla. This one, the yield here is right now is 25.52, so we can write 23.52, so we can round up to about 24%. But this one has been paying almost consistent. If we look at the distribution for this one here, it has paid pretty much consistent, pretty much the same amount. So it pays about 40 cents for a long time. The first time he paid about 35, and then he increases to 40, and then it reaches to 30. But since for this couple months has been paying pretty much the same, so it does pay pretty consistently, and the yield is between this one. Actually, the yield is between 15 to 25. So what I'm going to do now is going to Tesla Outlook, and to show you what the price actually Tesla is going to be based on this number that I have. So before going to that, just make sure you smash the like button if you like my content, and also if you don't want to miss and you stay in the loop, just make sure you subscribe to my channel. So let's go to forecast and see Tesla stock forecast, what is going to be, because what you care here is about you're buying a Tesla today and going up, whether you're buying the stock itself or you're buying a fund like YieldMax or Purpose ETF for the dividend and also for growth, either one of your whatever is your goal. So if you look at that stock price forecast, right, the 31 analysts with 12 months price forecast for Tesla stock has an average target of 228 with a low estimate of 85 and high estimate of 380. The average target price, predict an increase of 24% from where it is right now, which is 182, which is today's price. So if we look at this chart here, these are 31 analysts. We look at the high price is 380. If we look at the average is 228, we look at the lowest. So that means stock might actually go all the way down to 85, according to one analyst. But average, I like to go with average because this is like what actually the numbers shows. But there's those probability that it can go higher, and if it goes to highest, that will be almost 100% from where it is right now. But it might go lower, and that will be almost 50%, less than 50% down, right? So, but if you stick to average, it's going to be about 24 to 25%. So if we look at the recommendation trend, we can see here a strong buy. January 24 was 4, buy was 7. So more people saying buying, and more analysts say actually just hold it. If you have the stock, just hold it. Don't sell, don't buy. And sell 3. So the lowest number says sell, so there's no worry about that. And a strong sell over 4. A total with 35 of them, but the average. So that's the average number comes from. It's average right now is just holds. If we look at financial forecast, we can see here a revenue this year was 98 billion, so it's 21 up. If we look at the revenue next year, it's going to be about 119.57. This is 20% up. If we look at the EPS, earning per share, is 321. That's down from 362, and you can see here it went down. But we look at the next year, it's going to be earning per share will be about 392. That will be upside of 21%. So most of these numbers, when I look at the Tesla stock, it looks pretty good. If you look at the revenue next year, 2025 is going to be 22%. We look at 2026. We look at the whole revenue growth. It looks to be really great. We look at the earning per share is looking great. Of course, 2023, which is close about 21, it was down a little bit, but 2024. It looks about 21. So everything looks good when it comes to the stock itself. So look at all those numbers. We can see Tesla has a strong outlook, going forward. I mean, there's a little uncertain that might happen, but all in all, it looks a pretty good company, and volatility is just very normal for Tesla stock. So I think at this point, I might just maybe start to look and maybe buying some shares. That's what I'm thinking, and I don't think Tesla is coming down from Magnificent 7 anytime soon. That's my view. So again, if it's the first time and you want to stay in the loop so you don't miss any of our update, just make sure you subscribe. And if you like this content, it helps you anyways, just make sure you smash the like button and share. So that's all for today. I don't have more to say. Bye bye.